Welcome to Hustle and Pro Season 2, talking sports in Frisco from youth to pro. Now here's your host, Kelly Walker.
Welcome to this episode of Hustle and Pro. So many of us draw inspiration from professional athletes that we see on TV or who are on our favorite sports teams, but we also get inspired by athletes like Tank Schottle, a Special Olympics Texas athlete since 2001. I'm excited to hear from Tank today, so thank you for Zooming with us, Tank. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
Fantastic. Okay, let's jump in with a couple favorite quick hits to get to know some of your sports favorites. So, who is your favorite athlete?
I like J.J. Watt of the Houston Texans.
Me too. What are your favorite sports to play?
I like to play softball. That's one of my favorite. I like to catch balls and hit balls and be part of the team.
You and me both. Softball's my favorite sport to play also. What's your favorite sports movie?
I like, there's so many good ones. But if I had to choose one, I would have to go with Remember the Titans.
Ah, that's a good one. Okay, so can you tell me really quick, tell our listeners your story in sports. Tell us some of the sports that you played, and then I know that you in seventh grade you started with Special Olympics Texas, so tell us about your sports background.
I do softball, basketball, volleyball, track, bocce, golf, and soccer. So that's 7 sports. I've been playing for softball, basketball, track. I've been doing that since 2001. I started volleyball in 2014, and for golf and bocce, I started around, I will say, I can't remember what year that was. I was probably like around I think it was like 2018, I believe, or somewhere like that. And then this past March, I just started soccer until this whole pandemic happened. So that's that.
One thing I'm curious about that I just kind of met you through the world of Twitter. You have 73,000 followers on Twitter, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, that's huge. First of all, congrats.
Thank you.
And I mean, you're really there. It feels like you're there every day to inspire people and to just spread the love and like the everyday little things, just telling people hello and have a great day and that you love people. And you get some really awesome feedback. People comment that you're amazing, you're perfect, you're important, you're loved. So kind of tell me about why you do that.
Well, because I want you and everyone to hear this, that, I love y'all very much, even though I never met everybody on social media, and I want people to know that, there's love inside them. And I want people to know that, there's always hope for everybody out there. And I love to be positive. I love to share my love message to everybody out there that I love you. And I like to keep myself happy, just to spread love to them. And I love to help people. I love to inspire people not to give up on their life, do much if I can to inspire them to keep themselves strong every day and don't let their bad days or anything get to them. And I just like to tell people that, look, there's going to be good days and bad days, but don't let the bad days get to you.
Yeah.
And I want you and everyone to know that always focus on the good things in life and don't worry about what's going on those bad days.
Yeah. And that's hard, especially right now. It's easy to get down and have those bad days right now. So I love your message. I think it's nice and uplifting because there's some haters out there, especially in the Twitter world, right? And unfortunately, there are those kind of trolls on Twitter who seem to just be out there to pick on people and kind of bully people or I don't know, just be negative. And I sense that you feel some of that, unfortunately. So how do you handle those negative people that are just kind of picking on you on there?
That's a good question. I tell bullies many times on Twitter, I don't know why people do that. I don't have the answer to that, but I can say this. I mean, look, I can't control what people say or what people do when it comes to social media. I mean,
Yeah.
and the only thing I could tell you, Kelly, is that, I can't let negative or haters and people get to me, because look, I do pray for these people. I do pray that they become a better person someday. I believe they could. I
Yeah.
can't help them. It's up to them to do it themselves. But for me, I try to not let any of that stuff get to me, because sometimes it does get emotional to me why people said things that I don't like to hear. And sometimes it's hard to move forward when that comment is still there and they can't remove it, which
Yeah.
it is what it is. But
I feel that too, Tank. Like I try really hard, and I feel like I'm successful at it, to not be mean or negative ever to people in real life. But I've been tempted when things really fire me up online on social media or something. It's tempting to try to get under somebody's skin, I guess. But I try really hard to make sure I'm only positive and trying to post things that are helpful for somebody or encouraging or supportive for somebody.
right.
But it gets to me too, to where if somebody says something about a comment I made or picks on me or calls me, says something I was stupid, it's really hard for me to let it go and forget it. Like, I'll go to sleep that night still like mad that somebody said something mean to me, and it really like gets in my heart and hurts me. It's hard to let it go sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, look, like I said just now, I mean, I can't control what they say. I mean, but I will continue to pray for those people in this world, and I do pray they have a good heart inside and they do become a better person one day. But who knows? They may become a better person. You just never know what could happen in their life. I mean,
Yeah.
but
Well,
I would definitely pray for those people.
that's fantastic. Well before all of that world began, you started with Texas Special Olympics in 2001, right? So tell me about your journey with them and how that's helped you and along the way.
Well, when I first started in 2001, for for my opinion is I did not know what Special Olympics was all about back then, because this is 2020. So when I go back in that year, I mean I was very young during that year in 2001.
Mhm.
And yeah, when I think about Special Olympics during that year, I mean it during that time, when I ever since I've been with Special Olympics, it continues to grow. I mean, not just for the state of Texas, but the entire world and our country as well. It's been growing for the Special Olympics organization. And what really inspired me about this organization is that it continues to grow. I mean, I think that all the athletes and I think it's really happy for me, because I got to spend time with parents that have kids with any type of disability, and I want the parents and everyone to know to join Special Olympics, because it's a wonderful organization. I think that I've been doing it for 19 years. I mean, I there's been a lot of changes since I've been part of it, and I'm very grateful to share my story to the world about Special Olympics, how it changed my life, how what can I do to improve the organization, try to get everybody together to spread love to all the athletes that have any type of disability. And I want the parents to know that I love your athletes and I want to be with them, to support them, and do whatever I can to make their life better, try to help them and spread love. And I always tell people, don't let your disability define you who you are, because you're just love the way you are right now. Don't let it define you. This is your life. This is your moment. Embrace it. Enjoy it. And I want parents to know that I'll always be there for your athletes, to love you. I love you. I love them as a human being, and I don't define them as their disability, because I think everyone has their ability to do something special in life, and I want that people to hear that.
Yeah. And you mentioned the parents so much. I would imagine that the Special Olympics is just as impactful for the parents as it is the athletes,
Right.
right? For
Right.
them to be able to give that experience or be a part of giving that experience to their kids. Is that how you feel when you're partaking in it?
Yeah, I mean, my dad's been a my dad's been a special Olympics coach for many years for my team, and he's very grateful to be with the athletes he loves. I mean, it's really heartwarming for me to have my dad to coach Special Olympics, and I'm just so blessed and thankful to meet so many wonderful parents. ever since I've been doing Special Olympics, and I'm so grateful to inspire their son or daughter or any relatives that are part of the Special Olympics. And I'm very grateful to share my story to the parents out there, not just for the state of Texas, but for other states and around the world as well. And I'm so grateful to have my message shared to the entire world as well. And I'm so blessed to share my love and inspire everybody.
Yeah, I mean, that's important to share that. So you started when you were around seventh grade, so like 12 years old, and you still, I mean, you still play as an athlete now. So my question is, what are these age ranges? I mean, how young can somebody get into it, and how old can somebody still play in it?
Well, if you participate in Special Olympics, I don't think there's no age limit. I think you can continue to do Special Olympics as long as you want to. I mean, I don't. There's no age limit on that.
Yeah.
As far as being young, if you want to start, I mean, you pretty much have to fill out the application. I mean, there's websites to look at.
Yeah.
Fill out, and they probably gonna have to ask you what your disability and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, there's no age limit. As
Yeah.
long as, I mean, there's no age limit on how long you want to do Special Olympics, because it all depends if you want to keep doing it or not. That's up to them.
So I know that obviously you love to play sports, and I have learned that you also have gotten into working out lately, and you're kind of into this journey with you've hit a major milestone lately. So do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, so far right now, I have lost 52 pounds right now. My goal is to get back to 180. So, I mean, my weight's been going up and down a bit here and there. But, I'm trying to stay active every day. I mean, not doing Special Olympics, not, of course, I, I do have a job. Of course, I work with the Sugar Lines here. Of course, they're not having bad boys this year because of the coronavirus year, but, I'm trying to stay active, to stay healthy and work out and try to keep myself in shape until hopefully one day or someday I'll get to go back out there and compete for Special Olympics one day.
Sure, me too. Surely you will. So did this weight loss journey start before, like how long has this been happening? Was this something that kind of you kicked into gear when we were kind of shut down, or was this already in motion before?
I started working out since April around there, and
Okay.
so I mean I'm still in shape still. I mean I'm still working out, and there will be days that I don't feel like I don't want to do anything, but I have to push myself to do it. I can't, there will be days I get lazy at times, but I can't let my lazy to stop me from doing something I want to keep myself in shape. And sometimes you can't let your mind tell you, well, I can't work out, blah, blah, blah. But I have to keep telling myself I have to work out because I have to keep myself motivated, keep pushing myself to do it. And I want people to hear that. Always keep yourself motivated and keep pushing yourself and take it one day at a time, and you make great progress in your life.
Yeah, I think that's harder now than ever when we're all in this different kind of sheltered, isolated more on a daily basis. And so even over just the 5 months, I've personally gone through those moments when I'm really motivated to go and be active and work out and let's lose weight. And then there's days when it's like, super low priority. I'm just not feeling it. And you go in and out of these little funks kind of quickly. It's interesting. And I do think it's super important to have somebody that sort of helps you with accountability, or that's sort of knowing you're on this journey, and so that you can check in, even if it's a Twitter check-in like you do, talking about moving and working out.
Right.
For somebody to just nudge you and remind you, hey, don't forget, you do need to be moving today. And then that alone, I think, changes your mind so much that makes you have a better day. Do you think that?
Oh yeah, no doubt. I always want to have a better day every day. I mean, there's gonna be good days and bad days, but I try always have the best day in my life every day. Enjoy life every day.
That's fantastic. I love all of these quotes. Like, I'm trying to write down some of the things you're saying as really great little takeaways and quotes, but I just really like your story and your spirit and your positivity. So I turned 40 in the fall, and I have a small tattoo. It means positivity. And people ask me all the time. It's teeny tiny, and they'll see it on my wrist, and they'll say, what is that? And there's two arrows for my two children, but the whole tattoo, the meaning is every day I see it, and I just as a quick little reminder that a positive attitude really changes your life. It turns everything. I mean, you have so much control when you have a positive outlook on your day, on your attitude, your words, your actions. And I do truly believe that it makes the world a better place for everybody around you too. So I just appreciate your message, and I wanted to hop on and be able to hear it straight from you instead of just reading it on Twitter. So I will share your Twitter handle. It's at Tank Schottle, which is SCHOTTLE, but I'll share that at the bottom of this podcast post so people can go and follow you. So you're Twitter famous for sure with all those followers. So I appreciate you taking time out of your day to hop on here with me and chat.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Kelly. I enjoyed it. I mean, I'm happy. I love you, Kelly. I love everyone. I'm blessed to share my story to you, and I had a good time.
Fantastic. Thanks, Tank. Have a great rest of your day.
You too, Kelly. You too.